Hey guys, wonderful day again today, and I want to begin this video by sharing a perennial curiosity for me. Having used the quick commerce applications like Swiggy, Blinkit, and even Zepto for that matter right now, and even previously erstwhile what we now know as Dunzo, that's their business and their entire operations have gone coupled that they've just stopped their operations right now. So having used all of these applications, I've always wondered how the delivery boys slash the gig workers who work for these different quick commerce companies, how do they remain relevant for quick commerce in general? Like how do they continue to stay relevant, and how are they even earning money is my question. And I think that's one of the things I've always wondered and never sort of mustered the courage to ask this kind of a question to any of the delivery boys. And I did that eventually. I think sooner or later I was intending to find my answers from these delivery boys, and I reached out to them and I asked them. I was having a Zepto order today morning, and I had to order something, some provisions for my house right now. And then I asked them directly. I'm like, "Hey, listen, I would like to know how you guys earn money through this whole delivery app, delivery orders that you keep getting every day." And from those questions that I asked them, and I think they gave me a brief outlook, a brief overview of how the whole economics, the whole supply and demand works in their, in whatever they do right now, right? And I'll give you a small understanding of how this whole business works. I'll give you the context and my curiosity first, and then I'll expand on the economics later. The number one thing is, for every city there would be an epicenter or a dark store. There would be a dark store that's in the epicenter of the city. That would be like strategically located for all the delivery boys to keep coming and then going out of keep coming to the dark store, take the provisions, take their goods, take the groceries, whatever that the consumer has ordered, and then come out of the dark store and then deliver it to the person who's ordered it in the first place. Now, my concern was, they do keep giving the deliveries, but how many deliveries can they keep going? And I got my answer today, which was, having asked them how much money do they earn per delivery was actually the wrong question. I thought they would be giving that answer very quickly, but then no, they were like, you get money based on how much further you travel. So he mentions that per kilometer, he gets 15 rupees per kilometer. Have you ever noticed sometime that some of these delivery boys take sometime longer than usual? It's not necessarily the case that they are deliberately delaying your order. It's just a very natural case that they want to earn 15 rupees more from their delivery. And that's what my conjecture is. My understanding would be from now, having had this conversation with one of these delivery boys. So for every kilometer further that they travel, they get an extra, they get their earnings based on the number of kilometers they travel in a day. So my next question was, how much money do they earn per day? Which was, they earn anywhere between 1300 to 1400 rupees per day, and they do operate on all 30 days in a month. And even if they earn all 30 days in a month, that would be no less than 40 to 50,000 rupees based on how much they want to, keep earning in a month, right? That's the range I'm expecting. If it's 1300 to 1500 rupees, they'd be earning nowhere between, 40 to 50,000 rupees in a month. Having said that, they don't just operate on one application. I'm assuming, this is just my assumption, they would operate on multiple different applications. The sooner that they get the order, they go to the dark store, get the provisions, get the order, come back and deliver it back to the person who's ordered it. So this whole thing, having been trained in computer science, is based on Dikshitra's algorithm, in my judgment, which is the shortest distance. They want to optimize for distance. So this is what I would assume they would be using in the background of trying to calculate what would be the ideal distance, the closest distance to the dark store that they have to go get their provisions from, and then go back and deliver it to the person. So this is the whole gig economy model that happens in the underlying of the whole, quick commerce industry, which is that per kilometer you get incentivized for you get a certain amount of money per kilometer, and then thereafter, the more the number of orders, the more you keep delivering, the more incentives that you get. He also mentioned one more thing, which is for every 1,000 rupees that he delivers, his incentives are 200 rupees to 250 rupees. So each milestone, each 1,000 rupee milestone that he reaches in a day, he mentions that he gets no less than to 200 to 250 rupees. So that's like fantastic. If you notice, if he's I would be assuming he's traveling no less than 100 to 200 kilometers in a day to be able to make that kind of money. A little more, which is that the delivery periods in a day are divided into periods, like are divided into like windows. There's a morning window, optimized for the amount of orders that you keep getting, basically from 8 a.m. in the morning to like 3 p.m. in the afternoon. There are certain kind of orders that you get. For example, the groceries in the morning, butter, all these provisions like milk. There's a very strong likelihood that these orders are of high volume and high magnitude in the morning. So they are also priced a little higher because of demand. Likewise, the orders that come beyond 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. and then going all the way in the morning, early mornings of 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. So very likely chance that those orders like, Diet Coke and all these other things that people naturally order in the later half of the day, these are also priced a little higher. For the orders that come in the later half of the night, which is somewhere beyond perhaps 10 p.m. in the night, right? 10 p.m. all the way till 4 a.m. Those orders are incentivized with a separate amount of money. So say for example, for the amount of kilometer that you travel in the night, you'd probably be incentivized for more money in the night. So you've noticed there'd be more delivery boys actually in the night just because they're incentivized more. They have the chance and they have the capacity and they're incentivized to earn more kind of money in the night. And it's very likely that for those that would be earning 1,300 to 1,400 rupees in the day, they'd be earning anywhere more than like 2,000 to 2,500 rupees, just based on the fact that they could be earning more money in the night, just because per kilometer, the risk, the reward to risk ratio that they're earning because they're delivering in the night is just higher, right? It's a high risk, high reward situation because those deliveries that happen in the night, it's more risky. It's in the night, it's dark and everything, right? Especially if you're in the north, it is more foggy and more smoggy and everything. So it's even more cold. So to be able to deliver in the night is just more, they just incentivize more. And that's it for today. I think these are my thoughts on how the gig workers work in the quick commerce industry. Until next time.